It's your girl Jess, and we have Joy. Welcome to It's a Phillips Thing.
Stop telling people my name.
Whatever. So we are having a, would you call it a midday date? Kinda.
We just, I feel like we just going to the movies.
Okay, fine. Then you don't want to date me? That's fine.
Nope.
So we're on our way to the movies. We're waiting to get ready to go here, and we are going to see Final Destination.
What?
Bloodline.
I thought we was going to see Minecraft.
Girl, shut up. I'm not going to see no Minecraft. No offense to anybody that want to see Minecraft. I do not. I'm excited to see it. Hopefully it lives up to my expectations. Hopefully it gives us the information. It's supposed to be Bloodlines. So my understanding is it's supposed to take us back to how it started, huh?
I mean,
So based on, I'm just gonna say I'm hoping for the best. That's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna say it.
for the best.
And we'll be back to let y'all know what we think.
I'm just here for the popcorn.
So you're not gonna watch the movie?
I'm here for the popcorn.
But you're not gonna watch the movie?
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm here for the popcorn.
So you don't really want to see it?
I mean, I'm here for the popcorn.
We'll be back, y'all. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. We'll be back.
And get popcorn.
I heard you good with them soft lips. Yeah, you know word of mouth. The square root of 69 is 8 something, right? Cause I've been trying to work it out. Go, white wine. I come alive in the nighttime. Yeah, okay, away we go.
Spoiler alert. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm gonna say it again. Spoiler alert before you hit the button. So abort. Spoiler alert. Final Destination, Bloodlines.
We are finished. We have finished the movie.
The popcorn was delicious.
Popcorn was delicious stuff. And we got a drink. So we got the combo with the drink, popcorn, and candy. Okay, so I can appreciate how it tied in with the other Final Destinations as far as its quirkiness. It was a little bit more dramatic with the deaths, you know, a little bit more gory, if I say so myself. But I was expecting that anyway. I did get a little, not teary-eyed, but I was a little sad seeing Tony Todd, since he has.
Rest in peace,
Yes.
Tony Todd.
I did love him, by the way, especially in Candyman. But I love his character throughout the Final Destination series. Anyways, I mean, it seemed like, to me, there were some parts where it was kind of like, okay, y'all, hurry up and get along with it. Like, if you know, people have been following this Final Destination series, we know how it goes. We don't need y'all to keep replaying the same scenario. So for me, I was kind of like, that's kind of repetitive. And some of the stuff they said more than once.
But I like that they didn't do the flashback. Like, they just let the stuff kind of happen.
What you mean?
Like, they didn't, like, the person didn't see it and then...
Oh, then they go back and let it go through?
Yeah. It kind of just let it play out. So I could appreciate that, because it's
Well,
like...
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can appreciate that also, too.
But it would have been a nice twist to have gone through the whole movie and then get to the end and she wake up and be like...
That would have been really good.
But, you know, hey, I'm not the writer.
Yeah.
But if you're listening...
You better get credit. Try to get credit for that.
Yeah, Joy Phillips credit. I said it. 5:02, Sunday, May 18th. That would be 6:02 Eastern, and that would be, it could be 4:03, you know, Mountain or Pacific or 3 or, you know. But yeah, you heard it here first. Don't lie.
Heard it here first. Okay.
Oh, it's a Phillips thing. Don't lie.
It's the Phillips thing. Yes. I mean, but that would be a good twist. And I don't know how true it is. I haven't dived into it too much, but before the coming to see the movie, I did read somewhere a possibility of another one after this.
Please don't.
I don't think it needs to be.
Please don't.
With what I saw, I don't see why you would do that.
Yeah.
The only reason you would do it is if you're just rebooting, not even rebooting it, just doing it on your own where there's no ties or connections, period.
Yeah,
kind of like
because you wrapped it, because if there's no Tony Todd, then it's really, and that, you know, y'all go and see it, but once you get that little nugget in regards to Tony Todd's character, it kind of is like, I just
whoa.
But yeah, I just don't think it needs to be done. But to get to it, so I'll say this. I watch the Final Destinations because it's something that my wife enjoys. They are not bad movies. But I don't think that I would have ever watched them had we not been together. Or I probably would have just saw them off chance. But having had the opportunity, actually, because one of the things we like to do when there's another movie of something coming out, we like to go back and watch all, you know, the ones that came out previously before we see this one. So having had the opportunity to watch all of them pretty much back to back, and then seeing this one, I can appreciate it. So for me, not being just a super fan, I would give it definitely a strong 8. And the whole Final Destination deal together, a 9. Excuse me, guys. So that's just my 2 cents. So I'll let the expert.
I'm not an expert. Don't do that. I would give it, I agree with the 8 for Bloodlines. I agree with that. The whole series, or the series as a whole, and it's only because of some of the other sequels, because some of them I was like, okay, y'all throughout the years, it's a few of them I was like, maybe y'all didn't have to do this one, maybe y'all didn't have to do that one. So I would probably say maybe overall with the full series, a 7.5 ish, maybe. That's just me. But I mean, and it's as a whole, because now, and that's just for now, storyline wise, yeah, I probably give like an 8.5 for the whole series, because they tied everything together. You know, sometimes with these movies and these sequels, when people come back and do all of this, they don't do their research and making sure that everything makes sense. They did do good with that, with making it make sense. But as far, like I said again, overall with the full series, as far as which includes the graphics and some of the acting, and even with some of those movies, it was I know it's supposed to be about silly deaths, freak accidents, but okay, some of them were just too silly too. But you know, so for me as a whole, it did bring it down on a scale of 1 to 10 for me. But storyline wise, because I'm all about stories, yeah, it was good. And I will say the series, it is, and because of the Bloodlines, I would watch it again. It's a series I would watch again. I would make it through. It's just like because my favorite movie is Nightmare on Elm Street. All of those are not good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with anybody. All of those in that series is not good. But I love it.
And they never should have remade it.
But that's a totally different story.
Yeah.
But again,
if you're not Robert Englund, don't worry about it.
But again,
and he's scary now in his old age. I still think he's Freddy Krueger. Actually, I think he's actually Freddy, not really Robert Englund. I think he's just Freddy to me. But that's just my business.
So she might be a little delirious. I don't know. I think we're probably going to get something to eat. And
I'm not delirious, girl.
But definitely go see Final Destination, Bloodlines. If you have seen it, let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah.
And again, as always with any review we do, movie, foods, whatever, it's our opinion.
Not your opinion, but ours.
So,
and we're just doing it for fun. So, you know.
For fun.
But I still think we should have saw Minecraft.
Thank y'all again for watching. Like, subscribe, follow.
Popcorn.
Follow us on all of our social media.
Popcorn,
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Holla. Sickly, something wrong with you. And another thing, and I just thought about it. I feel like if it is true about trying to do another Final Destination, I can see them trying to do something with Tony Todd's character, even though he is not here any longer. But because, and again, like we said, spoiler alerts, because technically he was the last person to have died in the premonition. Premonition?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the premonition. And they didn't show anything. I feel like they may have actually filmed something before he passed, but then when he did pass, it was probably like, maybe we shouldn't show that. I may be wrong. I don't know for sure. But I feel like they might try to do something with that.
I mean, I would say, you know, I could speculate and say they maybe cut something out of the movie, but then also, too, you also have to think back to the other Final Destinations. His character was always very in and out. That his character, he always left stuff kind of open-ended. And what I mean by that is he always left you guessing. Like, you know, he would say stuff and he'd be like, So, like, for me, while watching this movie, and again, spoiler alert, while watching this, what he was saying, I was like, oh, well, because Iris is gone, and that's your friend, and you kind of really held on for her, is what you were saying. So to me, knowing that she's survived all this time, fighting for you, fighting for her family, I'm thinking, oh, is he gonna sacrifice himself to extend the life of her family? So you could take that, and maybe somebody can say, oh, that's kind of a stretch, but you know, we stretch a lot of things, but I could see that being something that they would, you know, that they would do. For them to reboot it solely based on him, I think it would be an epic fail.
I agree.
He gave a lot to the movie. So to hold Final Destination on his own, just because this is not a spin-off TV show. This is a whole 2-hour movie that you have to wrap around this man's life.
Right.
So unless he had any other doings with other folks in a lot of ways in a lot of the movies, it would make sense. But because he was really just hey, I told you know, I needed to come to you to find out what's happening, and then he's in and then he's out. So
I got you.
So to do that around him, that would be.
I was just saying, I would think if what I heard is true about them doing it, that's the only thing that it could be.
Yeah. Well, listen to me, people out there writing. Don't do that. Leave it where it is. Because I'm sorry, the way it was. Y'all keep messing up stuff. Leave stuff alone. Leave well enough alone, okay?
And on that note, that was our final thought. That was it.
The Final Destination.
Bye.